Welcome, y'all. And let's get this into perspective. This has been a crazy day, been a crazy week. But to read and see what has transpired with this Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation, man, this has gone into the sublime ridiculous. Like, this lawsuit is completely driving people crazy. And what this man has been requesting has been unbelievable. And the pursuit of justice. And now he's attempt to privately with UMG, he believes that Lucian Grange, the UMG leadership, should be held accountable for the decisions he made and how he's conducting himself. Oh yeah, he's definitely unhinged right now. You know, this is the panic you run into when you get into these situations. He's doubling down on Kendrick Lamar being involved in a domestic situation with his fiance and the allegations he made in his 75 document request and the demands to give up documents related to anything with domestic against women and all these other forms that he said was committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Like, why would they have that? The filings also asked for all documents and communications related to Dave Free and his relationship to Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick Lamar's children. And that's where you're drawing the line. When you're asking for those type of documents and things of that nature in a courtroom, you thinking that because you lost the rap battle, you're going to win the court battle. This is only hurting you as in your career, because that's one thing you don't mess with, things like that, family type of situations. That's not a good look for you, bro. That's not going to be a good look. And to go down the road of like basically wanting to see a DNA test to prove Dave Free isn't it's like, dude, what is you doing? On what world do you think that's acceptable? Like, that's cool to do. Like, I don't know a human being in which that's like respected. You playing a very dangerous game. A dangerous game amongst human beings that don't play these type of games. I mean, yes, the music is supposed to dictate. Hit the like button, y'all. The music is supposed to dictate. And what we're seeing and what we're not seeing is the results of that. What we're seeing is kind of the opposite. Yes, it's been terrible. And the people that defend you are going to have a problem trying to defend you. He's like, you making us look bad. Exactly. And the problem is when people go down this avenue, they don't know how to recover. And you're seeing the results of that right now. Oh yeah, I'm going through it right now with it. I'm like, I wrote it down on a she wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I'm like, I don't know what she talking about. I'm dead serious, dog. She wrote it down on a piece of paper, but because of the background, you can't see it. But it is what it is. Uh no, Drake. You talking about Drake's a weirdo? Stop making us look bad. It's far gone than that. He's going into a area of abyss. Yes, he's a goofy with a check right now, and because of what he's been doing and how he's been, moving lately, a lot of people have been turned off from his activities, and because of his recent, antics, it's put him in a situation that he just really can't get out of. Asking for the kids' DNA because you said one of the kids might be Dave Freeze. Then you want Kendrick Lamar to send over the full UMG contract. They turned over a copy of the agreement on June the 24th. However, that document was heavily redacted. The redactions are plainly improper, that they're saying, because they said these parties specifically agreed to treat these type of contracts as attorneys' eyes only under terms of the protective order. So Drake's lawyers' new filings read that they are asking the judge to make UMG turn over the full documents. Now, the Canadian rap legal team, they argue that UMG is improperly shielding Lucian Grange from scrutiny by reversing its own prior statements about his role in this whole situation and withholding evidence central to Drake's claims that they're trying to ruin his reputation before, his signing of his new deal. They want UMG to turn over all custodial files related to Lucian Grange's promotion of this and his knowledge of false allegations levied by Kendrick Lamar on Not Like Us. So then they want to know where's this key witness, Kojo Amansa, who they say worked with Interscope, and he used bots to artificially inflate Not Like Us. I don't think he's worried. Drake should be worried. Drake is the one that's going too far. When you start pushing that narrative and you start going down that road, you're looking like this is a major problem for you. I've had a lot of people that have reached out and made claims in different formats and different what you would call entities, but they never ever have gotten to this level. Like, I've never seen it this bad. Like, this thing that Drake is doing is gonna lead to something. Well, UMG response to all of this was that it was like given that to sue in protest of its own interests, and they feel like, Drake's just upset because he lost a rap battle. And he's like, it's not our fault. Like, I don't need a bot to tell me Not Like Us was a bomb. The internet, it blew up on the internet quicker than anybody. It didn't need a bot. Not like us didn't need a bot. The whole world was plugged into the battle already. And when Not Like Us dropped on Kendrick Lamar's platform, that was an instant bomb. Everybody who saw it, they knew what time it was, and you couldn't do anything about that. It was done. Complete done. Mm-hmm. Because when you go down that road, how are you going to recover from that? If you're Drake, you can't. Do you think he really wants this or it's PR? It's mostly a mess. He's not going to get it. See, here's the thing. You could make requests for these things. The judge has to decide, or they can say, no, that's not pertinent to the case whatsoever. We're not going down, making families do DNA tests. So to just throw that in there is just insulting, but it makes Drake look bad. He thinks this is cool points. It does not look cool on you at all when you're messing with a person's kid on that level. Did somebody ask you to take a DNA for your kid? Your kid don't look nothing like you, bro. Matter of fact, you did have to take a DNA test. What am I talking about? Because you didn't believe the kid was yours. And then once again, it's attacking Whitney. So once again, it just goes along with the fact of him attacking women, trying to mask it, like he's going after like he's going after like he's going after Dot, but he's not going after Dot. He's going after every single body who has something to say. Anybody who has something to say about the situation, dog, everybody responded to this because that's the craziest thing anybody has ever seen so far in this whole rap battle is somebody trying to request a DNA test by some people that never dissed you. Dave Free didn't do nothing to you, but I guarantee you, if Champagne Sloppy was to run into him, I know what would happen. If you ran into Dave Free, I guarantee you will not have the same energy you got right now with this lawsuit. I guarantee it. This is a man spiraling out of control. I'm ashamed I even listened to this guy's music before. That's another thing. But listen to everybody. Listen to how everybody responded to
Ladies
this.
and gentlemen, that title, believe it or not, is 100% true.
What? What?
There was a big update in the ongoing Drake defamation case against UMG.
Y'all know that they're going through the whole discovery process.
So it's a request from Drake's team to UMG for all the things that they'd like to see.
Listen, they calling you
Lawbury Graham,
paperwork poppy.
Champagne Cop, the snitch guy. Snitch, 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 snitch.
And it makes sense.
50 and 51 is insane to me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, at this point, I feel like I don't know what the hell Drake got going on, bro. But I don't want to see Drake go out like this, bro. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I look at this two ways. After I read this, I instantly shook my head. I was like, man, this is crazy. There's no way niggas can defend this. Then on the other side, I was like, imagine if all this stuff Drake was saying was true and they come out and Drake was right. The internet is going, bro, the internet will literally blow up.
All it has to be is a small nugget of truth to this, and the Drake fans are gonna lose their minds, bro.
Now, I'm going to read this right here. I'm going to read number 50 first. From January 1st, 2014. 2014.
From January 1st, 2014 to present, all documents and communications
Relating to allegations of domestic violence against women.
And this the part that killed me right here.
And this is where it really gets into that snitchy snitch territory.
This the police stuff I be talking about. Any other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. What you mean, any forms of other violence?
Obviously, Drake's angle on Family Matters was that Kendrick's a wife beater.
I get that part. But what you want to know, the what? Yo, there's no way I'm reading this right now. Why do you want to know about this nigga past from 2014? Nigga, the battle was in 2024, a year ago. A year and some change ago now. But we gotta go all the way back to 2014. Now, I get the whole domestic violence stuff with Kendrick. That probably happened back then. So that's why I said 2014 to now. But that's insane. Other forms of violence, bro. Man, if that ain't the most police stuff I ever read in my life.
First of all, this lets me know you have nothing.
Bro, you put that out there without having legal documentation on any of this.
You don't have anything, bro. You don't know anything. You've, in your own record, you said we fed him the information.
Yep. So
what information? If you're requesting information, you don't have it.
At first, when this whole shit popped off, it was all about
Drake going against the machine. He bringing the machine down.
this is actually revolutionary. It's to change the way that record labels do business, and it's to change the way how like things are structured.
Everybody's out there who want to get a bag. Every artist out there should be freaking applauding Drake for going against the UMG machine. It's not even about no Kendrick versus Drake. This is about Drake versus UMG. And I was like, where the hell does trying to find out everything that Kendrick Lamar did in 2014 as far as his domestic cases, the communications with his own wife has to do with Drake taking down UMG? Where the hell does Kendrick Lamar personal life leads into Drake taking down UMG? For all the Jim Jones and the Gilly Glaze shops, for all the freaking malnourished out there, all you Drake OV hoes that was saying, how can y'all not be excited for Drake taking down the machine? When the hell was it fine to talk about somebody's personal life? Put somebody's personal life since 11 years ago. 11 years ago, you want to find out about this man's personal life with his wife, whatever happened with his wife, what he did to his wife, what happened between them, all communications with Kendrick Lamar personal life. But it doesn't stop there. It even gets more foul.
Let's go to 51.
And this is probably the worst one in the whole document. Request number 51.
From January 1st,
2019, which was the birth date, which was the time that Kendrick Lamar's daughter was born in 2019.
From January 1st, 2019 to the present, all documents and communications relating to David Isaac Friley, aka
Dave Free,
and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth
and Kendrick Lamar's Duckworth children.
his kids. Y'all know Drake said he think Kendrick kids is Dave Freeze in the track. Nigga, what? Like, how can y'all really defending this? The kids, nigga. You want to know Kendrick really they dad?
Why? Why? Like, why? Like, I genuinely, like, I'm dead ass serious. I genuinely want to know why there's an actual request for Dave Free's relationship with Kendrick Lamar and his children.
That's just to mess with Kendrick Lamar and to run the scam of what they've been doing recently and with that type of activity and that type of energy that they've been bringing. Right. But they pointing it out is like, what do you expect to get out of that? What do you expect to win out of that? You're not going to get it. The thing that you're looking for, you're not going to get. I remember when beef used to be settled between artists, you know, on the mic, not in the courtroom. Can you imagine Jay-Z suing Nas for Ether? Yo, he said that, you know, I had my face in Fox's bush, you know, and that's what got me hot. You know, I never put my face in a bush. and I never said I was getting girls because of my looks, Your Honor. Yeah, it's for my mental health. He called me a Tybo hoe. I had a personal trainer, but I was taking up boxing. I wasn't doing Tybo. So that's a lie. like what are we doing here? I want to see his contract. I need to see his contract because I'm not a Tybo hoe. I never tried to be Biggie. And Dame, okay, yeah, he was trying to be Puffy, but right, can you imagine that? Fool said, if you could deal with Trump, you could deal with Drake. He's trying to be the Trump of rap. Right. I was listening to Bang Bang the other day. That beat was hard. Rick Ross getting his butt whooped in Canada was a W for Drake. Why Drake won't accept that? That really wasn't a W for Drake. That was an L for Drake. When you have a racist KKK biker gang jumping a black man, you know, even though it's Ross. That's never a good look. Sorry. That goes right along with the whole thing that, okay, these are the people we talking about. These are exactly the people we talking about. Right here. He was like, oh, they was racist. Never mind. Exactly. Which goes right along with everything we be talking about when it occurs to him. Why are you aligned with them, but then talking about you black? See, Sloppy don't want me talking. Because I don't have a problem taking the stand. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem. They gonna have to stop me from spilling. They're gonna be, okay, sir, that's enough. We didn't ask all that. You can stop now. You can stand down. I'll be, no, he a bitch ass nigga. And this need to be said. Yeah, let's talk about that club that you got inside the Toronto Raptors Center. Let's talk about that investigation. Oh, we'll air all your business out, boy. We gonna be like, why you looked at Uncle Hal like Uncle Hal is your daddy? You respect Uncle Hal and all your other uncles. You look up to them like they gods, but disrespect your father. You treat him like, nah, he's just like one of my homies or people that work for you. But you bring your daddy out when you need to pull the black card. Like, look, I'm black. That's my daddy. Look, my dad is black, so I'm black. I'm from Memphis. You ain't from no goddamn Memphis. You want to use your daddy's skin color to validate you. But what about Uncle Hal now? You respect their money. Yeah, the Share Club. That's why you named the club the Share Club. Talk about it, Sloppy. That's why you named it the Share Club. Named it out your mama's last name over in Canada. When you lying, trying to like start it from the bottom, now we here. No. We knew you didn't write that song because you never started from no damn bottom. When your uncle them gave you $40,000 to pay Trey Songz for a feature, that ain't started from no bottom. When your Share family owns every child, mattress, they got a mattress business. They have license in the entire Canada to sell and distribute mattresses for children. They got patents for children beds and workstations. Your family. Champagne Sloppy. Mm-hmm. You respect the money. You respect the lineage. But let's talk about that Share Club, right? And how you be having girls coming there from the strip club to work in there to basically companion with some of the people that be in the share club. Do you really want LeBron James to talk? Yeah, exactly. You champagne sloppy, boy, you need to stand down because you dirty as the South. Nobody cared about his money. Did you think people cared before? Everybody knew about him. Kendrick Lamar is named after Eddie Kendricks from the Temptations. That was his parents' favorite singer, was Eddie Kendricks. So Kendrick is named after him. Nobody cared about Champagne Sloppy, who was on Degrassi, he was doing ads, and he was a little fat kid up in the ads in the paper for the grocery stores and stuff. You pick up the ads, it got 2 kids on there, they got Sloppy in there. So you was already groomed for acting and all this stuff. See, Sloppy, when you come after me, I come after you. And I know everything about your family. Stuff you don't know when you was a baby. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to go down that road because you're in Canada. Y'all able to sweep stuff under the rug, especially when it come to you, but you losing your power grip out there. People don't want to support you. That's why you trying to sue and put all this up here. Right. All the money he claiming he get from stake, like I'm getting a percentage. You paying it right back because you gambling. You gambling against smoke? Exactly. He won't never perform those songs. One, it's not going to go well for him because it'll make him look like a hypocrite in this lawsuit. So he can't perform those songs. They're going to be like, you can't sit there and say, you profiting from the songs. He's like, I took those songs down. Why is this song still up? Because it's the #1 song in the country. Family Matters was never the #1 in nothing. It dropped so quick. Like push-ups dropped quick. All of them dropped out of the top. It was hot for the moment, then fell out. Dropped hot for the moment, fell out. And the reason why he can't make records no more is his confidence is shattered. You could tell from the music. Look at what he's dropped since then. The stuff that he had pre-recorded, it sounds like trash now. And then all the new stuff is now he doing Afro beats in England. I'm like, you doing some London rap now? You Central C? They call me Central Champagne. So good. Sell your music over there. Go over there and be a British rapper. That's what you do. Champagne sloppy. But nobody, even the people that back you, you make it hard for them to support you with the nonsense that you spew.
It's getting a little silent now. And niggas got time to think and retract all them statements y'all made about how real this shit was and how this was changing things for artists and all of that. This whole entire thing is self-serving.
I honestly feel like Drake is trying to get dirt on Kendrick, like for a potential round 2. That's my genuine opinion. That's what I feel like. This is Drake just being petty right here. And a lot of people were saying Drake doing this for smaller artists. Nigga, how are you getting Drake doing this for smaller artists from this? From this. And I know, and I get the game Drake playing. He basically said, if I'm lying, prove it.
He wants to show that he's not lying about what he said in these songs.
If we were to find out that some of the allegations that he put on him is true, what does that change with anything? You know what I mean? Like, what does that change? I mean, does it change the way that people look at him? I think that's what it is.
First off, what it changes is this. If I say, Drake, I think you a piece of him. I don't think you wrote these raps. Do Drake have to prove it to me? If I go to court and say, I feel like I've been defrauded by Drake, he made me believe he wrote these songs. I don't think he wrote it. Do Drake have to go and provide information to me that he wrote the damn song? No. You got the product that you heard, right? You bought it. You heard it. You played it. You liked it. You bought it. You bought it for what it is. Didn't say they got to tell you who wrote the goddamn thing. If they don't have to. So, just because Drake say it, don't mean that they have to do everything that Drake says. That's a ridiculous request that will not be honored. It's just, why is that even there? But you know why it's there. So credits don't tell it. The credits don't tell it. There's plenty. That's why they call ghost writers. If you ghostwriting, you're not getting the credits. Your name would show up in the credit as a writer if you wrote it. That's not a ghostwriter. A ghostwriter is a hired gun. They come in, you either work for your label, so you paying them anyway, and they write the song or they make a reference track and they use that song or say, hey, I want to use that or help me out with this. I'm doing these lines for this, and say, hey, I'm going to use that song, and they get a bag under the table. That's what we talking about. See, Drake was paying these people and giving a lot of them writing credits. So they were collaborating on a song. Nobody had a problem with that before. We pretty much knew that that process had happened before in hip hop. But when you get into a rap battle and and people think it's coming from you, and all of a sudden, here's the reference track, and we listening to it, and I'm like, whoa, that messed a lot of people up. Mob Ties really did him in. That Mob Ties leak messed Drake up completely. All the Drake fans that were still fans of Drake who love Mob, that's like one of their favorite songs. If you ask them what was their favorite song on Scorpion, they'd be like, Mob Ties. And you got out there to make it look like that was the diss record you was responding back to everybody on. Come to find out, it wasn't even about you. This dude wrote a whole song about other people, and you stole it word for word. Cadence, everything. He did the hook, everything. So what did you actually create? That's the fact. And those are the reasons why people are not looking at you in that light anymore. They're not looking at you as the top dog no more, the top artist. Because it's like, dude, give me a Kendrick Lamar reference track. It don't exist. Have you seen a Kendrick Lamar reference track? Don't worry, I'll wait. No, it don't exist. So now we're gonna sue Drake and say, hey, you said Baby Keem wrote this for Kendrick. He was writing for Kendrick. It don't hit until Baby Keem put his pen to it. So Baby Keem is Kendrick's ghostwriter. You alluded to that. And Baby Keem to tell you himself, shoot, Dot wrote that for me. Champagne Sloppy got a line problem, and James Biggs is even. Yeah, you're right. On the Patreon, I got a whole series breaking down the whole lineage of Drake from his great-great-grandfather on his share side. On the share side, we broke it all down. So Champagne Sloppy can't hide. He can't hide. But as you can see, everybody's confused by this because it don't make sense. Look at him.
Right.
You really want to find out if your lyrics is valid. The thing that you want to get done right now is to say, hey, guys, I didn't lie. I told you he was a woman beater. I told you he was a woman beater. I didn't lie. Is this self-defense because you're short? Is this self-defense because you're short? I told you guys that Dave Free was the father.
Okay. Now, all right, fine. I get it. But the character of a person is really revealed in this situation, in my opinion. Like, these are the lengths that he's willing to take this lawsuit. You know, this was supposed to be about taking down the system. This was supposed to be, it wasn't about Kendrick. It's about how bad major labels are, all these things. Well, you know, he didn't want to sue Kendrick because, you know, it's not about the rap battle. This very much looks like it's about the rap battle.
And then I heard he put Screw in it, man. Ain't no way.
Little old me. Me?
And document request number 79. All documents and communications
relating to the person or persons using the X handle ScrewfaceJohn
In the email, screwfacejohn@gmail.com by Michael Galabi. There you go right there, by Michael Galabi. So he's even saying that, yo, I don't like this content creator talking too crazy too.
I am more convinced ever that if you are trying to go through my emails and my Twitter messages to try to find, I guess, some sort of communications with UMG about payola, like, what are you even alleging? Like, what are you even alleging through the documents? Because you're not even really insinuating I did anything. You're just trying to check, which is crazy. Drake, this is hip hop. I know, like, come on, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't surprised seeing Screw in it because Screw been going crazy. Screw been going crazy on Drake. I ain't gonna lie.
Screw was a catalyst and a much bigger voice throughout the beef in opposition to that side, the Drakes, the academics. But from my understanding, it was in a push to further hip hop, much less than to drag down Drake. Drake's actions are what did that.
Exactly. And let's get to this point. Okay, you want to talk about that, Sloppy? Let's talk about you and academics. Let's go through your phone messages that you got with academics. Not only that, let's go through your emails that you got with academics. How about that? And all the stuff he been saying, all the lies. How he brought somebody on there and they were lying, saying that they was inflating the box. And they were paid by Kendrick Lamar's people. And that whole thing was a lie. 30 million for like $5,000. I'm like, that don't even make sense. You're not gonna get 30 million views off no $5,000. That's stupid. Every gangster in the world would have that. Everybody would start off with 30 million views. Hell, the record label would do that. Said all my videos that had 30 million views. I'd be like, they be seeing them, something's up. All your videos got 30 million. I'd be like, it's only 5 bands. I just paid 5 bands and there it is, 30 million. It's stupid. I mean, when you heard it, you should have known it was a lie. So academics had to personally go out on the video and say, nah, that wasn't true on the video. Because he know he can legally be sued for running these stupid antics on his channel. But it's just an identity of the person of who you're dealing with. Oh, absolutely. Well, he wants it to be in that fashion, but here's the thing. You're playing a trick on yourself. You got a gambling problem. Everything that he talk about, pill popping, Ozempic, all these things. He got mad when I said Pluto has passed him up. Pluto did pass him up. Nobody in the streets talks about Champagne Sloppy no more. Future is still popping. Him and Metro just did a tour that was the most successful tour outside of Kendrick Lamar and hip hop. Meanwhile, you walking around here with fake abs. You walking around here getting medical procedures done on your abs. It's like, dog, look, do a crunch. Why don't you go do a crunch, Sloppy? Getting the bread, give him a bread roll. I know, right? And the crazy thing is, people used to like Drake. They used to like his music. But it's like, this is what I'm talking about. This is where people get things confused. And they get out of line and out of touch with stuff because they was like, man, I don't know if I don't agree with it, but, you know, I'm always like Drake. I'm supporting him. So, but do you support bad behavior? I don't. See, people get stuck in celebrity. And they just like, well, I support Drake, so, but you don't like what he's doing, and he making it harder and harder for you to support him. Yeah. And at the Kendrick Lamar concert, they tried to take your boy Sino out. And y'all hit the bus driver. Y'all hit the wrong guy. I only put it on Patreon. I'll let y'all see it. They popped the bus driver. Call this man's family. You call 911? Okay. We need all the police are down there. Yeah, hold on, yes. Come around. Come around. Come around. Come around. Yeah, come around. This way. Come around. You gotta come around. Come up and come around. Are you coming? Come around. Come around. Okay. All right. Come around this way. Come around this lane. Follow this car. Go around. Okay, I got the cars going around so they can stop the blowing. Yeah, but I don't know. All right, hold your head. They're gonna send somebody here for you. All right. Yes. I called the. Well, he called the paramedics. I got them. They're on their way. The police are across the street. Hold on. Right after the concert, man. Right after the damn concert. Police. We have an emergency right across the street. Yo, somebody looks like they probably. So, as you can see, I tried to tell you. Y'all thought it was a joke. Champagne sloppy supporters trying to shut down Kendrick's spot, blow it up, sending some doggone hitters who was scared to do the hits. And they screwed it up.
On actions and being a voice to that time caused you to be put into the paperwork?
I honestly feel like all the reactors was being fair, bro. Like we just stated who we thought won. I feel like the Drake fans didn't like that we said Kendrick won the beef. And then I felt like they were trying to find some kind of way to justify us that they start talking about we got paid. Like that whole part to me is insane because I guarantee you, I can speak for myself. I can guarantee you nothing is going to come out about me. Nobody contacted me. Nobody paid me nothing. Nigga, I ain't worried about none of this.
I've had people come in my chat, in my comment section. Little O, HH, and crew. Little O, not even K yet, bro. About 25 people say paying. You think they was paying me, bro? Me.
Nigga, do y'all know how hard it is to get in contact with UMG? Nigga, I got lucky and got in contact with them. Like they reached out to me about some Eminem junk a couple years ago, and I just kept the contact to get like certain reactions unblocked. Not monetized, unblocked, just so I can post them. But Drake mentioned the reactors, but all that hate our way got niggas feeling like we fake. Well, we've been doing this shit for years. We've become you are years. That's crazy. Now we getting paid. Come on, bro.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. First of all, believe it or not, I am honored and flattered to the high regard. Oh, how you huge fan. Crazy. I'm one of the only who didn't start part from Rap Latte. And I was talking about how I was getting sick of this stuff and I only wanted to cover the major stuff. And it's all starting to feel like Stan War stuff in Israel. But nope. Every time I try to get out,
trying to see if Kendrick, his kid's real father, like really calling another nigga Kendrick's kid's father was already insane. But hey, it's a rap battle. You can say what you want. But then going to court, getting the judges, putting it in the paperwork, like to get proof of this nigga. I can't, bro. I don't see how y'all can even try to defend this right here, man.
This lawsuit, and the reason I've been covering and talking about it, is this is one of the most prolific and probably important lawsuits in the history of hip hop. I've been said it. And now this moment in hip hop will set a lot of precedents, could potentially change certain things, already has. If you look at certain, people who might have had troubles with their labels and stuff like that, allegedly. You know what I mean? But now I am forever a part of this moment. And I love it. Little old me, the village boy. Fam, Crody.
He's been losing and wrong for so long. He's going to do anything possible to find out if he's right. And we're allowing this dude. This man got kicked out the culture and he's coming back for revenge.
One quote that keeps finding its way back in my life that I've been using a lot lately is, sometimes when a child is shunned from a village, they come back to that village and burn it down just to feel its warmth. And that's what I feel like is happening with Drake. Drake, nobody can be on top forever. You took a bad one, a nasty one, a prolifically nasty one. But you got to understand, there is no payment, there is no communication with UMG that would make me feel any different about the way that I felt about this battle. You can keep trying to think that UMG is side ducking our enjoyment of this song into our heads, or like we don't really like this song, we were botted to think. You could keep thinking that it's bots and stuff like that, but it's like, bro, I really love that song.
At this point, bro, you're never going to be able to escape this. This is going to haunt you for the rest of your career. You've basically ruined your career, my opinion.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. And these are people that are fans and were fans of Champagne Sloppy. I was one of the biggest supporters of him. You know how many emails and messages I got from y'all? You just a Drake Glazer. You're a Drake Glazer. Pusha T crushed him. You just hate everything Drake does, you just accept. Now y'all got to eat y'all words. I thought I was a Drake Glazer. What happened? Man, this is the coldest switch up I've ever seen in my life. And What the Dirt. Let me talk to What the Dirt right quick. What the Dirt. Now, me and you have talked off camera in communication, whatever the DM is. I don't know if it's IG or Twitter or which way we communicated, but me and you communicated. We were going to do an interview. you love my truth behind videos, and was like, man, I used to watch those truth behind videos and all that, and was like, man, I would love to chop it up with you. You one of the OGs, so I want to chop it up with you. I was like, all right, cool. Hit me up when you want to do the thing. Never heard back. And then I was like, man, dog, it's been months. You know, like since you wanted to do that chop up thing. What happened? And he was like, no, man, I don't want to do it because, you know, I'm having, you know, a lot of people hating on me because they've been trying to dig up stuff on me. And trust me, your fan base is going to turn on you. As soon as if we come together and do something, they going to turn on you. I was like, just if I bring you up, he was like, trust me, it's bad. That's why I'm not even on live right now. I'm like, damn, I don't know what's going on with homie. So I said, well, all right, then we just won't do it. So I had brought it up in the live, and the whole live was, that dude, do not talk to him. See, don't cut him off. He's the devil. Like, dog, it was the whole chat was lit. F what's the term? He's a Drake glazer. So then I started watching his videos, and he told me, like, man, I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. Like, I'm a big Kendrick fan, man. I love the battle, hip-hop battles, man. And so I like to break them all down. I was like, all right, cool. That's what he told me. Uh-oh, here they come with the sabotage sallies. So what I've been witnessing and what I've been seeing has been completely the opposite of what he's saying. Everything I'm seeing now, and I'm seeing an allegiance with Happy Dad, which is with academics and the rest of these pro-Drake people. And like these big streamers, they go down and with the Happy Dad promotion. Now, now to top that all off and to make it more interesting is that his latest videos, he's back reviewing Family Matters again and saying, oh, he's like, oh, we got new information. So I'm like, dude, this battle is over. What do you keep going back to review it for? Oh, we got new information because now this is why he said that, like, oh, this is something about, he mentioned the Keo guy. So this is a historic battle. We got to talk about it. Then he brings up a video where he's breaking down the allegations of he's investigating Kendrick Lamar again in this alleged assault that supposedly happened with Whitney. And when he gets to the point where he's going through these people's story that's been removed off Twitter because it's proven to be like falsified, they just threw that whole thing off of the internet. They keep bringing it back up and playing it in a video now. And here it is. And this person is saying, Kendrick Lamar did these acts. And then they've nailed it down to where it was a Floyd Mayweather fight when he fought against Madonna for the second fight. So after that in 2014, and I wanted to see the whole video out and see what he's doing. He gets to the end of the video and he never covers the next day. When then he claims he's done an investigation. So for what's the dirt, if you've done your investigation, why did you stop? I'm having a weird time trying to process that. Why would you stop right there? Why, if you've done your investigation, it would have shown you. Here's the thing is that if you stopped it right where you stopped it at, it makes Kendrick Lamar like you're painting it to try to make him look guilty. And the next day he went ziplining in Las Vegas with his wife, Dave Free, and everybody else who was in that photo. Whitney's there with Kendrick Lamar. The very next morning, she doesn't have a mark on her face at all. That photo is there, and that photo is from the next day. So she's a fast healer. And that was in the morning time. So what we're trying to figure out is, if you did that investigation, why didn't that photo come up? If you are covering hip hop battles. And if you're covering hip hop battles, why are you only doing Drake? And it's weird. It's really weird. So for you, dude, it's looking real suspect right now. You're looking really suspect. You're looking like the guy. That's the guy. See, I got my reasons for not liking Champagne Sloppy. Sloppy tried to come after this page many times. You're looking at the I don't know what's going on with them, but I don't like these antics by Champagne Sloppy. They give you the vibes of a desperate man, you know? And most of these people who review your music, they actually, like Screwface just said, he was the one that reviewed it and thought that was a nice song. That reply back, we thought that was trash when we heard it. We was wondering what was wrong with Screwface. Just like he said, I was one of the people who said that song was good. But he don't like it. It don't matter. It's the one time you don't like them. That's when they turn against you. Drake and them sent me a jacket, got my name on it for Scorpion. They were loving my videos when I was talking about Pusha T. And the same thing you love about me is the same thing that's whooping your ass right now. I'm real. I'm going to tell it to you 100% the way it is. If you getting your ass whooped, I can't sit here and try to act like you ain't. That's not what I do. I don't lie to the people. When you sitting there with your leg over this white boy as a kid, back when you was finding yourself, I know everything about you, boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See how many bots was over there. We was really, really trying to keep it PG. Mm-hmm. Why did you name the club the Share Club? Why would you take your family's last name, your mom's side of the family, last name and name it the Share Club. You said you wanted to do it to honor your grandfather. Your grandfather, he was upset about your whole father and basically your whole existence. Your grandfather he wasn't riding for you. Your grandmother was. But your grandfather, man, he wasn't really loving you like that. He didn't like your father. That's why your father left. He couldn't deal with it. They started treating him just like some regular old N-word. And he's like, man, I'm leaving Canada. I'm out. And then your dad was banned from Canada because he left y'all and didn't pay child support. So they banned him. He couldn't come back to Canada. Drake just recently got that fixed for his father. Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? See? I know it all. I know your whole history, buddy. See, that's what I do. If somebody's coming at me, I'm going to learn your whole history. I'm going to know about the bully who took your milk at lunch. I'm going to find it all out. I'm old school. We research. We go past the facade. We go past all that stuff. You named it the Share Club because they the ones that was financing and banking it. So you gave it them the whole thing that you seen, right? Your mama and her family. But we all know Sandy ain't as innocent as you think. Sandy's getting paid off all your money, all your work. She's on all the diss tracks. I told you your success in the way it's structured is only contingent on your success as a rapper. All your investments, all your relationships go down the drain when you do this. You cross the wrong people. You crossed Jay-Z. You thought you were him. You thought you could cross Rock Nation. And you thought you was going to prance around the Super Bowl stage. Oh, no, you wasn't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You created some enemies in the game. You got too big for your britches. You got a few little bitches. You think you me, but you just ridiculous. I blew breath in you, midget. I gave light to the game. It's only right. I got the right to be king. Ho! You thought you was going to come in there and rewrite the rules. You thought it was okay for you to cross Beyonce? Fool. This is why we got the Patreon. Cracking. This fool thought he could diss Beyonce and it would be a good thing. Mm-hmm. Marriage is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in last place. She did have a marriage. That's what I'll tell you. Pusha T don't know what the hell he was talking about. I'm surprised he ain't sue Pusha T for that. Mm-hmm. No. These are the industry plants. Lotto. Whatever the other girl name is. I forgot her name. Industry plants. Can't rap. Lotto ugly as all out hell. But people think, oh, she is sexy. And okay. I'm telling you, I don't know where they find these people and they make them into plants. And Nicki Minaj is right about that. Like, these are some industry plants. But on my Carsino for Life Patreon, we pull back all the layers on you, Drake. We did a 3-part episode, pulling back all them layers, boy. I believe this is part 3. That's your Uncle Steve right there. On your back, boy, you got your Uncle Steve on your back. And your grandmama. Them the 2 biggest people you got on your back. Not your mama and daddy, your grandma and your Uncle Steve. Not your grandpa. Why? Because you already know, I know. They gave you the money. They were the bag. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know what this video about. Yeah, look at Uncle Steve. That's Uncle Steve before he kicked the bucket. Look at old Dennis. This when he got married to your mama. I got it all, Sloppy. Yeah, that's your great uncle. This your great uncle. This is your grandfather's brother. And your grandfather brother, while he was in Canada, he was more like a politician, organizing the Jewish people to come together so they can get rights and fight for rights. That's your uncle. He was against what the family was doing. He was doing his own thing. I know it all, Sloppy. I know it all. That's you, Sloppy, when you was little. Look at your dad sitting there being a worker, talk to while mom was teaching you and working with you and stuff. Dad's like, man, I'm about to go. Now, Drake, you stay right there and listen to mama. I'm about to go outside, baby. I'll be back. I know it all, Sloppy. You can't get past me. I know your whole family history, your real family, the family you kiss up to. I know why you do it. I know everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, jumping in Uncle Steve's car. He the one that believed in me. No, you rode with Uncle Steve, and that's my nephew. You riding around in Uncle Steve's car. driving his luxury vehicles. Uncle Steve was the businessman. He the one got all the patents. Your whole family was multimillionaires. Multimillionaires. But you started from the bottom. Your mom walked away from the money. She wanted to be a school teacher. She wanted to teach and educate. So she did it, but her trust fund is loaded. So what did you talk about? Imagine if y'all family had a baby business where y'all made all the baby cribs, y'all made the mattresses, y'all sold them, and you licensed throughout Canada. Y'all the #1 distributor in Canada. No one could even distribute in Canada except for them. So y'all had Canada on lock. So your Uncle Steve, through his patents alone, had unlimited amount of resources and money. See, Sloppy, I know too much. And this is why that stuff you do don't work with me. I know the darker secrets. Your grandmother was a sweet lady. She believed in you and looked at you and loved you as your son. Her husband really wasn't into you like that. He dealt with you because of his daughter, but he did not like the fact, because he did not like your daddy did it. And when he gave him a job and let him work for him, Dennis is like, look, man, I'm not going to be disrespected. And they treated your father like dirt. And that's why he left. I don't know if your daddy ever told you his version of why he left, but that's why he left. Your mom stopped being it when they got married. She stopped being the wife and started being like his boss, telling him what to do, demasculating him because they got money and he don't. He was like, I was doing good doing my shows. She wanted me to stay there, be a family man, and give up my music. And he was like, look, that wasn't the plan, baby. So that's why your daddy left and said, look, I can't live like this. He used to work in the shop and he put the little ashtray on there. Yep, that was his Uncle Steve and his mom. Oh, his mom, she knows what her son does. But do you see her putting a stop to it? She's on the Family Matters record. She starts off the Family Matters record. And I'm like, why you keep involving your mom in your beef? Hold up. To get to made a deal. Then we went to the Share Club, right? So if all y'all on the Patreon, make sure y'all go to that on my Patreon and y'all see this whole thing play out. That's Drake Club. And there it is, the 905. Those girls in there. The 905 has been rated. This is the reports. And the Ontario, Canada reports. They have been rated, and no matter what owner they keep coming in there, they keep getting rated. Look at all these assaults. Look at all these charges. But who secretly owns this club, Drake? Because the girls that be in the Share Club, when it's members only, they seem to be getting girls that's coming from here. These 905 girls. And we got the whole case files. So there's your Uncle Larry, the famous blues player who you don't talk to no more. But why are you involved in these 905 girls? And if they're working in that club, that's prostitution, buddy. Mm-hmm. That's trafficking. Ain't that the same thing they tried to get Diddy with? Which your club is actually going down. These girls have actually said they worked at the Share Club. After they get out of there or whatever, they go over there. Most of the top girls they got at the 905, they come get these girls and they send them over to the Share Club so that they can be companions to the people that's over there. We got the case files, Drake. Everybody who's ran that club, they just keep switching owners. They keep getting arrested for trafficking and everything else. See, I got you, Sloppy. I know what you're really running from. You try not to face those situations at that club because the NBA is trying to kick your ass out anyway. They already know you done. But they thinking you the man in Canada, so we're gonna let this Share Club still rock because it's members only, and don't nobody care about Toronto. I warned you about him. Now, I never judged Drake by his character. We was judging Drake off his music. See, there's a major difference between the two. Well, when you get to the level of, oh, what's the video called on there? Just put in Drake or put in pulling back the layers on Drake on the Patreon, and you won't miss it. Yeah, we go back to the 1800s on your family, Drake. I told you I don't play around. I go to your great-great-grandfather. I go all the way through the source to find out all the information on your family that I need. I don't play. I believe he was when he said the embassy about to get raided too. It's just a matter of time. And as you saw, the people got raided. Drake was right there. That's when he moved his ass to Houston and got up out of town. And you saw those people who, the girl that was connected to Drake, she got arrested and went down for trafficking. Her and about 5 other dudes. Meyer didn't even I'll give you a little tidbits. That's the certificate of your family members who had to fight to come to this country on their own. That's Joseph, right? That's your cousin Joseph, your great cousin. You know the Brody family and the Share family, They merged together in a big old wedding. I got the wedding photo. You know, Adrian Brody is Drake's cousin. The actor Adrian Brody, that's Drake's cousin. This is when the two families merged together in a wedding. So Brody's and the Shares became one. This is Drake's cousins, his great cousins, when they went to India, like South Africa, in that area. And they purposely married and put their women and their men over there to marry into the Indian family so that they can take over and rule. So they can have some ownership to the land in India. So these are the Share family, the same family Drake got. This is his cousin. Indian Jewish people. This is what your family has done. This was on purpose. I told you, I know your whole history, Drake. I know your entire family history. I am not a guy you want to cross. I am not a guy you want to cross. I will expose it all, as I did on the Patreon there. So if y'all go on the Patreon, y'all can go there and see how all of this is going down. Oh, I didn't play around. I made sure if I was going to do this, I was going to do it right. As I told him, I'm Thanos when it comes to this shit. Sino is Thanos when it comes to this shit. I'm going to snap my fingers and I'm going to get to it. So everybody should be on the Patreon by now. Anyhow. Yeah, that's called pulling back the layers. And you're going to see it all exposed. Everything he's been hiding is getting exposed over there on that Patreon. Some of my Patreon members are already in here. But I don't know my own history. Of course I know my own history, fool. You think I'm going to know his and not mine? That don't make sense. Just say you don't know yours. No, I don't use Ancestry.com. Yeah, I can get to the root. Gotta get to the root. Can't trust it.
Ruined your career. Anybody that would look to Drake's career and look at the accolades, the amount of #1 records, the hit records, ruined. People would have looked past.
Yep.
Oh, he don't write his raps. People would have looked past. Oh, he's not really hip hop.
Yeah.
People had looked past blackface.
Yeah.
This though, I don't know.
Kendrick Lamar said, we don't speak on the family, Crody. Just don't speak on the family, Crody. We don't have to get personal. Friendly fade. You got your ass whipped all over the place. Left, down, right, up. Left, down, right, up. All over the place. And now you brought the children in the battle with Kendrick. You failed. The Dave Free line, you failed. You're trying to remix it and bring the children back in again in the lawsuit. And now I'm supposed to have the Iceman album supposed to come out. And it's supposed to be so amazing that Drake has a lot to talk about. Drake, you already said enough. What can you tell? What will Drake be able to tell us to try to combat this? What would Drake reasoning be of him feel like he's been betrayed by people? What can Drake rap about? That's gonna be so amazing to our ears. That's gonna make us forgive this.
Yep.
You have nothing to say that will be able to freaking rid the stain off your name. You have nothing to say that's gonna be able to rid the stain, to wash away the corniness. You cannot wash off weirdo. You cannot scrub off corny. It's genetically infused. It's hereditary. You cannot have an album that I will like. I'm going to hate on the album from the first track to the last track. At the end of the day, you got this in your documents.
The snitch guy. Snitch.
So let that sink in. That's how people are feeling about Champagne Sloppy. It ain't coming from me. That's how the people are feeling. And you got a lot of dirt on your name, bro. A lot of dirt. So you got some nerve. I want to know about those 5 women, Drake. What happened to them 5 women that were linked to you that end up deceased? Mm-hmm. What happened to them 5 women? That's what I want to know. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's saying to me. Like, what's up with them women? The Iceman album is going to flop harder. Of course it is. I mean, but I'm not going to do what they just did. I'm not going to do what they did. You know, I'm not going to sit here and shoot it down if it's a good album. If the album is good, even if I don't like Drake, I'm going to tell you that, hey, the music is good. You know, like, I'm not that person. I'm 100 when it comes to that. So if Drake make good music, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's garbage if it's actually good. So far, all the music he's been putting out has been subpar trash. All of it. And I don't think that's a far stretch. It ain't because I don't need to put down Drake for Kendrick. Like, if there's anybody in here who believes GNX is better, I mean, not better than anything Drake has put out, then hey, that's on you. But if the Drake fans believe GNX is terrible, then hey, I don't know what to tell you. But I know they lying to themselves. They know. They just don't want to say. So for him calling out the kids, that's corny. It's typical Iceman material. I told you, I've heard 4 songs off the Iceman, and I didn't hear none of the stuff that I heard just recently, and that stuff was terrible. So I was like, oh, God. Can't listen to that. Yeah, well, when you go through these scenarios, man, it is what it is. You just try to do your very best. You know, that's the part you got to control. Yes, I know. I got an alert too. Right. I don't live in this area. Right. They sent me they were turning the water off notice for a couple of hours. It was like while they were doing some work, and I was like, some maintenance on a fire hydrant, and I was like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. What the hell they hitting me up for? But anyway, they just say, oh, don't worry about it. It's a false alarm. So anyway, thanks for all that, and I'll hit y'all back later. I got to get ready to roll. Don't forget to go to the Patreon, which is Carcino for Life. Support Kwame Brown, Bust Life, and I'm out the door. Deuces.